Welcome, YouTube Live. I think I'm like a few moments early for today's broadcast, but I'm excited to be here. Happy Friday, friends. It is Christine with Gauge Girl Training, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm gonna wait a few moments for the room to populate. And I hope you guys have been enjoying these live broadcasts. Hello, Carrie Jude, welcome. Before I get started, I'm gonna just do a little plug here. Happy Friday. I literally just took a few drops of this Soul CBD, which is cannabidiol, and this is a peppermint. I actually take a few drops, put it underneath my tongue. Hey Jackie, Tara, Jalen, Marta, Tara, welcome. And this has been helping me with stress and anxiety. I actually have a promo code for them. It's promo code GAUGEGIRL. About your second soul, love it. Oh, fantastic, Stephanie. This really helps me a lot. And guys, what I'm going to be talking about today is, I started talking about this morning. I know I initially said I was going to do Finance Fridays, but I feel very compelled today to switch up today's topic. And today, I specifically want to talk about why you are not seeing progress with your health goals. As you guys know, I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer, and I've dedicated this YouTube channel to creating educational nutrition science tutorials about teaching us how to calculate your macros, teaching you guys about a variety of different eating protocols, giving you guys some motivational tips, meal prep, all kinds of things. So welcome to the broadcast. I see there's a good bit of you guys watching right now. If you are just joining, I ask you guys to please give the video a thumbs up. And I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys about specifically why you are not seeing progress with your health goals. So hey Renee, hi Lori, welcome ladies. So let's just dig right in, guys. Like I said, hey Daisy, welcome. Thank you guys for joining this live broadcast. It means a lot to me that you guys are here. And specifically, I want to talk about why you're not reaching your health goals. Now, before I get into this, what does Soul do? This is cannabidiol. This is cannabidiol. It is good for inflammation, is good for minimizing stress and anxiety and helping promote restful sleep. So why you're not making progress on your goals. Now, before I get started, I want to say that I am not talking about, hey Kathleen, hi Latanya. I'm not talking about people with extreme medical conditions. So there may be some very specific hormonal health related autoimmune reasons why some of you are not reaching your goals. And I'm not talking about that. Those are outliers. Not talking about that. I'm talking specifically about people who think that they're working hard, think that they're eating healthy, and continuously go on this merry-go-round of, I'm gonna do this, get frustrated so quickly, and then quit, and then just completely self-sabotage. Nikki Hill, hello Australia, hello Costa Rica. I'm so glad to have you guys here. I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about the group of people who the problem isn't the plan, the problem isn't your health, the problem is not your genetics, the problem is nothing other than you can't get yourself in a groove to be consistent enough to see real changes. So is it better than glucosamine and chondroitin? It's helpful, and these guys actually have a really nice supplement that is combined with that, but this is excellent for inflammation and pain. So specifically what I'm talking about, guys, I'm talking about the folks who really just can't get their mindset or are just struggling so hard with being consistent that, hi Jody, that they get going and then get so frustrated so quickly that the will to keep going just completely dissipates, and you're not making progress because you have an inability to be consistent. And I want to break that down. So who in here has ever struggled with consistency? Anybody in here currently struggling with consistency? when it comes to your health goals. We're talking specifically how to reach your health goals. All right, so Jody, Fuchsia, Marlon, Monique, Tara, Anna. Okay, guys, if you're struggling to be consistent, let me ask you guys, why? What is it specifically that is causing you to fall off track? You lack the discipline. All right, thanks for keeping it real. Lacking discipline, fear of success, interesting. Your schedule isn't consistent as a college student, discipline. I think that loneliness, you haven't had the time to plan, depression, failure to schedule. You love sweets and you're stressed. You can be consistent and disciplined, but the lack of results deter you. You overeat healthy food too much. You feel lazy when it comes to cooking your meals. You make constant excuses because you're tired and frustrated. You're scared you won't like what you see when the weight comes off. Interesting. Laziness. You get frustrated, look for an excuse to give up. It's been 3 years, cravings. So, guys, there's lots of reasons. Entitlement. You've been telling yourself no. You're not noticing a difference, especially in the belly area. So, guys, I think the idea of saying no to ourselves, specifically when it comes to food, is something that is so hard for people to get through to their mind, like, and to truly implement and make it a practice. The idea of there's this perceived fear that a lot of people have when they're starting a nutrition protocol, thinking that it's almost like a fear of missing out. They think that by saying, no, I can't have nachos. No, I can't have alcohol. No, I can't just soothe my emotions with whatever food I'm craving at that moment. I don't want to get obsessed. I get too comfortable. Like, all of those things, you guys, you think that you are going to be experiencing pain, whether that is the pain of not having the food you think you want, the pain of having to get your ass up and do some works. Food is connected to good memories. But here's the thing, guys. This is not going to kill you, number one. It does not mean it's a sentence to live a boring and restricted life. I think that what a lot of us don't realize is that there's actually a lot more freedom in having, there's a lot more freedom in having boundaries and structure in the way you live, as far as your food goes, as well as the way you take care of your body, than there is and just a do whatever style mindset. Let me give you guys a perfect example. Could you imagine driving somewhere where there are no stop signs, no speed limits, no on ramps, off ramps, no yield signs, imagine traffic as bad as it is now, but imagine what the roads would look like if there were zero rules. If it was like, you know what, we're not going to tell these people to stop for 60 seconds while we let these people go. We're just going to be like, you know what, everyone, have at it. Drive whatever speed you want. Stop if you feel like it. Don't stop if you don't feel like it. It would be complete and utter chaos. It would be complete and utter chaos. And that's just one example of how having boundaries and structure is actually helpful to facilitate progress. You know what I'm saying? It structure and guidelines and signals and rates that you should follow actually facilitates more progress than not. So for instance, if you are so overwhelmed with the idea of trying to get healthy, if the idea just sounds so far-fetched, you guys, the eating healthy is not going to kill you. Working out's not going to kill you. And not only that, in the beginning, until you establish momentum, it is going to be painful. I'm going to be very real with you. You're not going to feel like it. It's going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to look at yourself and feel like you look the same. You are going to feel like you're putting in this energy. You may still feel down. You may still have feelings of doubt. You may still have feelings of just, oh man, am I ever going to get there? Why is this taking so long? I used to be this kind of way. You can kind of perpetuate and spiral down that, just that downward spiral of feeling like you're never going to get there, and just filling yourself with so much negativity that it's no wonder why you're not making progress. You need to get to a point where you can clear your mind of, like, bear with me for a second, like, bear with me. Clear your mind of your past failures. Clear your mind of that fear of missing out. Clear your mind of everything that you thought it would look like. Clear your mind of all of those feelings of guilt and resentment that you may have towards yourself for letting yourself go. Anyone in here let themselves go? Has anyone in this broadcast let themselves go? And as a result, you just can't get over feeling bad about yourself. If you cannot get over feeling bad about your past failures, like, you have to let that go. Hating yourself for that accomplishes nothing. You guys, I'm telling you, hear me out. That F it mentality, that mentality where you say, you know what? I don't care anymore. I am done with this. I'm done. I don't give a like, if you get to that point where you're like, I don't give a fuck, like, you guys hear what I'm saying? If you get to that point and you just don't care anymore, that mindset will kill you. That mindset will be the beginning of the end of your life. You may be alive. You may have a pulse. You may be waking up every day and going through the motions of living life, thinking that you're living your best life, eating and drinking, doing whatever the hell you want. But I'm telling you, when you get to that point where you just don't care, you don't care about what your body looks like, you don't care about what you eat, you don't care about how much you eat, you let yourself eat whatever, whenever your emotions and stomach tell you you need more food, you do whatever. Like, you can't rely on your emotions to gauge what your body needs. Especially for us females, my goodness gracious, we change our mind like a million times a day. You can't rely on your emotions to provide the structure of which your body needs to function and be healthy. I think that we need to approach this from a place of gratitude, and we need to look at our bodies as a temple and a vessel that we have been blessed with and given to live this life. And guys, getting to the point where you just don't care anymore, getting to the point where, you know, you've just let it go completely. And I guarantee you, you're probably not that fun to be around as a person. I guarantee that you probably spew negativity out and people probably don't want to be around you. When you get to that point, you probably bring others down as well. Hey, Naima. You probably get in this thing where you're constantly telling yourself that nothing matters anymore. So how do you get over it when you get to that point? Excellent question. So how do you get over it when you get to that point of like, F it, I've let myself go, and you just don't know what to do? Once you have let yourself go, here's what you need to do. You need to acknowledge it. Thank you so much, Jennifer. You need to acknowledge that this is the reality. You have to stop living in denial. I think that it's really easy for women to, you know, want to wear the stretchy pants, want to wear the baggy sweatshirts, want to wear the loose sweaters. We want to stop weighing ourselves. And I'm not saying to be obsessed with the scale. That's not what I'm saying. But I know for myself personally, I'm going to speak about myself, when I have had periods where I stopped giving a shit about my health and I just let myself do whatever. When I say do whatever, sometimes that means under eating too. So you could be under eating and not giving a shit about yourself either, because that's not a good practice either. So what I'm saying is, I know for myself personally, when I've been in those places, when I've been in a dark place, I've gotten to the point where I would avoid mirrors. I would always wear baggy clothes. I would only wear stretch pants. I wouldn't try those jeans on that I know tell me how I'm really doing. I wouldn't want to weigh myself. And I would allow myself to stay in this mindset where I want to avoid the reality. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you get in the mindset where you want to avoid reality, you avoid mirrors, you don't want to look at yourself naked, you just completely avoid all of that. And I'm telling you guys that self-soothing through food and neglecting your body is probably, that is the path to hell. I'm serious. That is the path to hell on earth. Like, that is no way to live. Like, you're going to constantly feel like shit. You're going to constantly like not like how you feel. And guys, this is completely different than self-love and body positivity. I'm not saying that just because you've gained weight doesn't mean you shouldn't love yourself. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you guys know what I'm talking about when you have intentionally just neglected yourself and you don't make intentional, aware choices to support you moving in the right direction. Because guys, like, you have one body. This is one life. It's no joke. It's no joke. It's not cute. And let me tell you something. I have had close friends. I have had family members. I have had friends of friends. Too many people in recent weeks and months lose loved ones who could have had way more years on their life because they just completely, you always want to look at yourself naked. I love you, girl. I love you, Jen. You're the best. That's the confidence I'm talking about. So here's what I'm talking about, guys. How do you shift out of this I don't give a shit mindset to starting to care? Well, I have a few tips. One of the first possible things that you can do is stop eating out. Stop going out to eat. Completely stop it, like cut it off. And when I say that, I think that there is a very special thing that happens when you intentionally take the time to prepare yourself a home-cooked meal. There's something about that love and intention that's saying, I am going to care for myself and love myself enough to cook myself a meal. And guys, don't even worry about macros yet. Hey, Leali, don't even worry about any of that kind of stuff. If you have just been spiraling at the bottom of the barrel, you've stopped caring, your life is hell on earth, maybe you're depressed, maybe you're going through some shit, maybe like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you're going through some stuff. Maybe you don't even like the way you look. Maybe you haven't had sex with your husband in a long time. Maybe your relationships are in a really bad place. You guys, I'm being serious. Some of you are not taking care of yourselves and you've completely let yourself go and you're just letting whatever go. You can't, guys, you're not living. You're dead already. If you're doing all of that, you are not living. You are dead already. That is no way to live life. Like, I'm not saying don't enjoy good food. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is fuel yourself with care and intention. Intentionally make sure you exercise your body because you love it. Fuel yourself nice salmon and some nice vegetables and some nice fiber that's going to make your skin look better, that's going to make you a better person to be around. You're totally guilty of not taking care of yourself. Hey, girl, I've been there, and I'm sure many other people in this broadcast have been there. We have been there, done that. And as somebody who has been there and has overcome that, and I haven't only overcome it once, you guys, I have overcome this multiple times. It is going to be something that you're going to need to repeatedly do on a regular basis. It's not going to be like you put a Band-Aid on it. And Renee, I'm glad that this is speaking to you, because this has been so heavy on my heart to share these things, because this is not the kind of thing that you can just do once and feel like you're fixed forever. It's going to be a continual renewal of your mind. And I've been depressed where I eat nothing. I've been depressed where I eat everything. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. And the best place to start, you guys, is stop eating out, start grocery shopping, and fueling yourself with care and intention. Number 1. Number 2, drink water. Drink water. Number 3, hang on, guys. Number 3, start taking better care of your personal hygiene. Sounds so crazy simple and basic, but I have had clients, I have known people who, when they get to a level of depression, when they get to a level of not feeling good about themselves, they let their personal hygiene go. They stop showering. Such a good conversation that needs to be had for so many. Sex life does suffer, but no one talks about it. No, Sarah, I think that we need to talk about it. Do you realize, I'm going to be very real here for a second, guys. Just hear me out. How many of you guys have let yourselves go so much that you are destroying your relationship, that your man, guys, let's be real for a second here. Men, like, I don't even know how far into this I'm going to go. You got to take care of that. You got to take care of that situation. And if you've gotten to a place where your body has gone down the drain, you don't take good care of yourself, your sex life is gone, you probably aren't living a really good life. Like I said, this is the beginning of hell on earth. So you think you're missing out by eating healthy, when eating healthy and exercising is the key to living your best life. Health is wealth. Guys, wealth isn't money. Wealth is living your best physical life and having energy and being happy and being positive. No amount of money can buy you that. Like, no amount of money can buy you that. You've been there. You won't shower for days, not shave, not wax. It doesn't feel feminine. You've worked on it, and now you just need to eat right. Congratulations, Daisy. I appreciate you for saying that and sharing those things. Octavia says, I did not realize how big I got. I legit started my weight loss journey only because my friend is getting married in August. I didn't want to be the fat friend in the pictures. Guys, start by grocery shopping. Start by taking steps of self-care. Exfoliate your body. Shave your legs. Get your situation waxed. However you want to do that. Yep, your man loves you, but everyone has needs. Absolutely. Money can never buy time and health. Money cannot buy health, you guys. I've had periods of my life where I would grind myself into oblivion with my work. I'd grind and grind and grind, make the money, make the money, make the money, but then all the money on the planet can't replace your health. When does the each new day mentality get detrimental? It's never detrimental. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. You feel like you have none? I'm telling you guys, I did this thing. Have any of you guys ever heard of that store, Lush? It's, they have all these like organic, earthy creams and bath bombs and bars and body butters and fun things. And they have this one thing it's like this cocoa butter bar. It's called the Buffy bar. Oh my goodness, you guys, please go out and buy this for yourself. But is it okay to always start and never finish? No, that's not okay. You definitely want to see things through, and I'll definitely talk to you guys about that in a moment. But they have this Buffy bar, and I will shave my legs and everything, but then I'll exfoliate afterwards. And this stuff, number one, it exfoliates, but number two, it leaves this like smooth cocoa, like nice. My skin has never been smoother. Yes, the Buffy bar. Guys, get the Buffy bar. I feel smooth. I feel sexy. I'm talking like it is probably one of the best things of self-care I've ever used ever in my life, because just that nice, you feel silky without feeling greasy, which is really nice. And what I'm trying to say here, guys, is for those of you who are spiraling downwards, I want you guys to know that the reason you're not making progress is because you are afraid that you're going to be missing out on comfort by focusing on your health. You think that like you're giving yourself some task that's going to make you feel like shit. Exercising is going to make you feel better. It is probably one of the best ways to minimize your stress. Guys, I'm a high-strung human being, and it's one of my greatest strengths and one of my greatest weaknesses. One of my greatest strengths and greatest weaknesses. And for instance, when I get crazy stressed, like I get into this mindset where I need to take care of everything else but myself. And that's just the worst possible way to go about it. And what I've done personally is I have, ever since, I'm not sure if you guys have been following me for any length of time, I rededicated myself to my health in December, where I started my 21-day quick start program. I had some good progress on that. It got me in a good swing. And then I've been consistent ever since. I've been feeling great. And sometimes you gotta like fight and reclaim your health, reclaim your mind, reclaim your body, because we were not meant to live feeling like bloated and lethargic and just inhaling any food that your emotions like make you think you want. Guys, food is not going to solve your depression. Food is not, like, the real question I have for you is what happened? What has you so upset? What really has you so upset? Is it's not that you want that food. Maybe you're dealing with a financial struggle at home. Maybe you are going through a breakup. Maybe you are in a shitty toxic relationship. Maybe you got in a fight with a friend. Maybe somebody said something mean about you. Maybe you don't like your coworkers. Maybe, what's the real reason? Maybe you have a parent who favors your sibling. Maybe some jerk in the street said something rude about you and you haven't been able to brush that comment off. Guys, and Olga, you know, I really hope that this brings you healing, and I really do, because the real reason why you want to eat all that food, let's talk about alcohol for a second. Why do you feel that you need to be under the influence of alcohol to feel good about yourself? Is your life situation so depressing and so not what you wanted for yourself right now that you feel like you need to feel nothing to just feel okay? It's not, like, guys, there's nothing wrong with celebrating an anniversary or a special occasion. There's nothing wrong with those things. There's nothing wrong with celebrating a birthday. I'm not talking about that type of stuff, you guys. Like, I'm talking like, are you using food? Are you using alcohol to mask your pain? Are you using food and alcohol to numb yourself, to not deal with the shit that's really bothering you deep down in your heart? Because all that's going to do is just add more calories, You're going to gain weight. You're going to continue to feel like shit. And you're going to continue to have less and less energy for life. And then on top of all of that, the real problem that's bothering you, the real root of the issue, is not going to be solved. Food only solves one problem, and that's hunger. Food is not going to solve toxic relationships. Food is not going to solve communication issues. Food is not going to solve depression. Food is not going to solve your financial problems. Food is not going to get you through a challenging time in your career. Food is not going to get you through exams. You're thinking about you're going to change your word. Guys, like, food is not going to solve those things. And I think that so many of you are in real pain. But let's be real here. I think so many of you are in real pain. I know myself. I've been going through some stuff. So many of you guys are in real pain. You have real shit going on, and you are neglecting your health. You are thinking that eating all this bullshit is going to make you feel better, and it's not. So, all that being said, why are you not making progress? Because you are cloudy. You might be in a place where you just don't even know how to deal with the situations you got to deal with. And unfortunately, that stuff's hard. That stuff's painful. That stuff is stuff I can't solve for you. What I can do is I can guide you. I can show you what you need to do. I can show you the steps in the path, but you have to consistently do it. And I think that once we get out of this cloud of all of our things and can clearly delineate and be like, look, am I hungry or am I just in a mood? Am I hungry or am I in a mood? Am I being lazy because I just don't feel like doing a damn thing? Or am I going to actually get up and stand up for my life today and fight? You guys, every day that you have been given is a gift. Every day is a gift. And the only way out of it is you got to fight through it. And what I'm telling you guys is, starts with the mindset. You got to just like, I feel like you need to just kind of like dive right in and just do something. Dive right in, do something positive. Whatever it may be, just do it. Whether that's cleaning up your house, cleaning up your kitchen, cleaning out your fridge, doing some laundry, getting your house organized, run the vacuum, do something positive. But then from there, the beginning is going to be the hardest. I am not going to downplay that one bit. For about the first 3 to 6 weeks of anything, every day is going to be like, you're going to feel like you're bootstrapping yourself up to just get the energy to put one foot in front of the other. You're going to be fighting. You are going to fight through it, and you have to fight through it, because what's the other alternative, guys? The other alternative is hell on earth. I'm being serious. It is hell on earth if you completely stop giving a fuck. Pardon me, guys. I'm not trying to be vulgar, but it's hell on earth if you get to that point, because you're not happy. Let's be real. You're not happy. You probably don't feel good. You're probably eating a ton of fat and sugar and probably feel like shit as a result of it. You probably don't like the way you look. You probably, guys, I'm saying this out of care, because I want to help you guys through the clouds. I want to help you guys through the funk. And the reason you're not making progress is because you are thinking you can solve your real life problems with food and alcohol. You can't. You can't, guys. If you could do that, alcoholics and overweight people would be the happiest people on the planet. But they're not. If you think that eating more and more and more is going to make you feel better, why aren't obese people the happiest people on the planet? Tell me that. Tell me that, guys. Yes, it is. That is true. So what do we do from here, guys? What do we do from here? You need to find the discipline. You need to find the discipline inside of you. It exists. If I can do it, you can do it. It is a matter of being so sick and tired of your current circumstances. Who is sick and tired of like feeling just puffy and lazy and not, do you ever like have a week or a day where you're like, what the heck did I accomplish? What did I do? Did I do anything? Like, can you look back on 2018 and be like, dang, I accomplished this. I got this done. I got that done. You prayed last night for help. I believe God uses angels to move people to help others. I believe God does that too. And I got to tell you guys, congratulations, Alana. This is so crazy, Brittany, and I'm so glad that you're here. I'm genuinely glad that you're here, guys. It was so heavy on my heart, you guys. Like, I'm going to get emotional now, but it was so heavy on my heart to deliver this message to you guys because sometimes it's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to feel like you don't matter. It's easy to feel like, why bother? You know, no one cares. Why bother? But no. You gotta fight through it anyway, you guys. I'm in the fight too. And every day I get up and I get my exercise in and I do my best to make those good choices. I'm fighting too. This doesn't always come natural. You think I feel like doing it half the time? No. Do you think I'd rather just lay in bed and feel sorry for myself? Yeah. But I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I feel better when I'm trying. I feel better when I'm making the effort. I feel better when I am making moves in the right direction. Your nutrition's not on point, but you're fighting through it and at least doing 3 to 5 workouts. That's a start. That is a start. That is a start. And 4 times a week, then going to the gym, it's been a long time coming for me and it's happening now. You don't feel like it. That's amazing, Jackie. Congratulations, guys. It is a fight, but you have to stay in the fight and you got to fight for your life. No one's going to fight for your life for you. Only you can do it. And I'm telling you guys that the alternative of not focusing on your health and nutrition, not focusing on your getting your heart rate up, you're already dead. You're already living a shitty ass existence that is never satisfied by enough food. You're never satisfied by enough drink. You're never satisfied by enough laziness. You're never satisfied by enough apathy. Why is it easier than being productive and happy? Second law of thermodynamics, my love. Like, everything naturally trends towards disorder. Everything naturally trends towards disorder. And you don't want to feel like crap at my age. I appreciate that, Julissa. That means a lot. Everything will naturally tend towards disorder. It is not ever going to be easy. You always have to put the effort in. But here's the thing. Once you punch through the fight for a solid 2 to 3 weeks, or even maybe a little bit longer, but a solid 2 to 3 weeks, from there, you guys, it will start to become habit. It will begin to become a habit. And when those habits form, that's where the freedom comes into, because you do it because you're used to it. And I'm telling you, you're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You'll probably have a lot more sex. You will probably just have more energy. You are probably going to just love the way you look naked. You will probably be in a much better place. Guys, live your best life. I want you guys to live your best life. I want you guys to realize that you hold the key. You had those no one cares feelings yesterday. It was so tough. You grit your teeth and you pushed through the day. At the end of the day, you talked with my friend and he offered help and care. That's amazing. Is it true about the 66 day to build the habit? I don't know how many days it's going to take anybody to build a habit. I've built healthy habits in the past and I've obliterated them. I've built them up again and I've obliterated them again. So I don't look at it like, guys, so many people think with their health and fitness is I fix it once and then I'm good for life. Doesn't work that way. If you guys are just joining the broadcast, it's Christine with Gauge Girl Training. I ask you guys to please give this video a thumbs up. You're watching Gauge Girl Live. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer by training. If you guys need a customized meal plan or a nutrition guide to support your health and fat loss goals, check out gaugegirltraining.com. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over on Instagram and shoot me a direct message. I will be more than happy to guide you and point you in the right direction. It's my pleasure. It is my sincere pleasure, you guys. But what's the best way to start meal prep? And is it actually efficient? 5 days meal prep is enough? I wouldn't really do 5 days of meal prep. I'd probably do 2 or 3 max. Thanks, Alana. Thanks, Alana. Guys, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you guys thriving. I want to see you guys living your best lives, but I can't not bring up the real shit. I can't not bring up the real shit. And it's never going to be easy. Your fitness isn't something that you fix once and then you let it go on cruise control for the rest of your life. It is something that you need to constantly be mindful of. I'm not saying you need to be obsessed your whole life. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying that you need to get these habits instilled in your mind and they need to become automatic. Like, for instance, are you one of those people that automatically washes the dishes before the end of the night? Like, do you leave dishes in your sink? Oh my gosh, don't even talk to me about the cold, dark January. This month has been cold. It has been depressing. It has been rainy and snowy and miserable. But like, for instance, are you a neat freak around the house or do you let your shit go? Like, you gotta, it's even cold in Miami. You need to form good habits. Gotta form good habits. Like, for instance, I always wash the dishes before I go to bed, no matter what, no matter how effing tired I am. I don't leave dishes in the sink. It's just a habit. Like, I don't leave dishes in the sink. So if you're one of those people where it becomes like you work out in the morning, you just do it, then take care of that room, girlfriend, Caroline. Take care of it, my love. Take care of it. And you're a neat freak. You wash your dishes right after your meal. That's fantastic. But you're paranoid about bugs. Guys, you gotta form healthy habits. And if you're having a hard time forming healthy habits, get plugged into a community. Gauge Girl Training has an amazing online community. We want to see you thrive. We want to see you succeed. It is hard to do this, period. It's even harder to do it alone. I believe that you will go much further, much, much further if you do it with other people. Monique, much, much appreciation. You're looking forward to living your best life. We weren't put on this planet to do otherwise. Oh my gosh, I just got chills from that, Monique. We weren't put on this planet to feel like shit. We weren't put on this planet to feel that you need to be completely intoxicated and numb and feel nothing to feel good. This really helped me to get back into the zone. I'm constantly reaching to food to make me feel better when all it does is make me feel worse. Guys, like I said, food and alcohol are not going to solve your real life problems. All they're going to do is temporarily numb the pain from you dealing with the reality of the situation. They're just going to temporarily numb the pain. So I ask you guys, what is one thing that you can do right now? What is one thing that you can do right now to focus on your health? What is one thing that you can focus on for your own personal development? Because the problem why losing weight is so hard, it's not that it's hard, you guys. If you just ate the food you were supposed to eat and just did the workouts, you'd lose the weight. It would happen. Success would be inevitable. However, when we go through this, when we go through this process of trying to lose weight, of trying to lose body fat, we're faced with ourself. We're faced with issues inside of us that we got to deal with. We're forced to deal with the stuff inside of us that needs to be dealt with. And you might just think, I'm just trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to deal with me. I'm not trying to deal with my bad behaviors. I'm not trying to deal with my own personal insecurities. I'm not trying to deal with the things inside of me that aren't right. Come on, we all have things inside of us that we got to work on. A lot of you guys think that when you sign up for a meal plan, you think you're just signing up for a meal plan, but the reality is your ability to stick to it or not stick to it is because of some stuff that you've never maybe properly addressed inside of yourself. And until you address the things inside of you, that those negative things inside of you, it's different for everybody. Until you actually face those things head on, you're gonna keep going through the same cycles. You're gonna keep reliving the same cycles over and over again. Even if you lose weight for a little bit, it's inevitably gonna come back because you didn't deal with the shit inside of you that you gotta deal with. You didn't deal with a certain insecurity, or you didn't deal with a certain negative habit or behavior that you have, or why you have it. No one likes to hear this stuff, guys. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I'm saying all this because I love you guys and because I want you guys to take action today. I want you guys to take action. So if you need some guidance on what to do, check out GageWorldTraining.com. You can call our customer service at 1-888-304-2843. Again, that is 1-888-304-2843. Or shoot me a direct message on Instagram. I'm very responsive to my DMs. So I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast today. I enjoyed chatting with you guys. Before I sign off, you guys, I've considered doing some of these live broadcasts on Saturdays and Sundays because I get a lot out of being live and engaging with you guys in this manner. So if you guys would like to join me on the weekends, let me know. Otherwise, you can always catch the replays. But this is going to sound really crazy, you guys, but I feel like this is what I was meant to do. Like, I feel it in my soul. I feel it in my heart and my mind. Like, I just feel so compelled to be here. I feel so compelled to just be here. Like, I wish you guys understood how much I just feel like I need to be here. Yay! Ordered a Buffy bar. Get your Buffy bars, women. I'm telling you. And yeah, I'll do it same time just for consistency, guys. So get those Buffy bars.